Hey, hey, good people. Not sure if anybody's out there yet. I gotta figure out how to use this thing properly, I guess. It's it's gonna be strange. Never done this before, and I'm working with some new equipment. So just gonna kind of look some things over here real quick while we wait for some people to join us, and then I guess we'll get on to talking about the Needlejig news and what's going on, what's been going on, and all that good stuff. So it's super weird, let me tell you, to be doing this because I'm not only sitting in front of a live camera, but I kind of have to have it monitored on my screen. There's a time delay, so things are definitely a little trippy to say the least. So, anyways, let's see here. Looks like we got a couple people popping in. I'm going to figure out how to figure out the chat here. Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? Is there decent audio going on? Can you hear anything at all? Just let me know in the chat window there. Should be off to your right, left, somewhere over there. Again, first time doing this, so bear with me. We'll get to the details. I just want to get some other people here while I look over a couple of things and figure out which is the best mode for me to be looking at this the monitor system here and being able to see what's going on. So I'm going to pause from time to time. Obviously, I'm going to try and look at the chat window. I don't want to be ignoring anybody and things like that. So if you got any questions, go ahead and ask, and we can probably chit chat for a little bit while we figure out the details and go from there once some people arrive. So. All right, I stuck something in the chat just basically saying please ask any questions you may have. So, but you can read that. I don't need to repeat it. So bear with me. A little bit of nerves here, a little stage fright or whatever going on. I don't know, which is weird because I've spent enough time in front of cameras now. It shouldn't be an issue at all. But, you know, hey, such is life. Let me open up a little document here so I won't see the chat, but I'll come back to that in a minute. I just got this crazy list of, well, I can kind of share it with you here. I've got a kind of a cool list of, whoops, wrong camera, guys. There we go. Okay, so I got a cool list of all kinds of different topics that I care to talk about with you guys today. And, you know, I want to touch base with you guys, let you know what's been going on at Needlejig, what is going on at Needlejig, you know, what we've been doing. None of you have really seen us out in public since, you know, the whole pandemic thing started. So we haven't done a show since Tommy's show at the casino, which was our last show we did in March of 2020. And man, the whole world has changed a lot since then. I don't have to tell you guys that, but yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about conventions, going to conventions, not going to conventions, that good stuff. I want to talk to you guys about the very first event that Needlejig had. We did one here back in October. That was fun. So we'll touch on that subject there. We have a new website going on here. While we changed themes, added a bunch of features, bunch of good stuff there. We need to, you know, you guys may have questions on. We'll talk about that for a little bit. Let's see. Working on an actual official wholesale distributor type end for the business. I've never focused on that before in my life, but we're gonna push towards getting products closer to you. One way or another, we're going to make that happen. So that's a whole other subject, long talking point there. We're going to talk a little bit about sponsored artists. We're going to talk about affiliates. We're going to talk about social media influencers and all that other fun stuff. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? How about this sweet new film set? What do you guys think of this? I worked hard on this, put a lot of thought into getting this set up. Looks nice. We got multiple cameras from different angles. We'll get into that later. Cool new technology going on, and definitely going to talk about some products, some new products, stuff I'm working on, other stuff coming down the road, all that good stuff. But guess what? You guys got to hold on to the end to see that, because I got to tease you in there with something, get you to stick around. And I really want you guys to engage. I want you guys to, hit the chat windows here. Let me know where you're at. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me, what's going on in your world right now. Business good, business bad. It's touch and go for some people these days, And we are in a new world, and I don't know whether that's a good thing, a bad thing. I totally believe in progress and moving forward and all that good stuff, but everybody's having a hard time right now, and I don't think anybody escapes that. So we could touch on that. We could touch on a little world news, what's going on. We won't get this political, though. We're not going there on any level, so let's not try and get down that road. So let's see. Not sure how much time we got going on here now, but let's, we got a few people popping in there. Hit the chat window, guys. Let me know, like I said, who you're at or who you are, where you're from, and what's going on in your world. Let me go back to my notes here. Bear with me. It is winter time, so it's a little dry. Sorry about that, but let's start at the beginning. I'm going to reduce this window a little bit, so hopefully I can keep the chat window open here on the side in case somebody has a question. All right, let's start at the beginning here, or at least where my notes start. I don't plan on tackling any of these conversations in any particular order, so if I mention anything you want to talk about first, throw it in the chat window, and we'll try and make that one happen sooner. So let's talk about conventions, because that seems to be about the most regular question I get. Hey, when am I going to see you? Still, even today, yesterday, good old Tim Shellbetter. Hey, how you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good time out there. He asked me, if I was going to make it to Minneapolis. Looking forward to seeing me, hanging out, all that good stuff. But no, we're not going to be in Minneapolis. We still do not have one show planned, like an official tattoo convention. And I'm not against them. I got to tell you, I miss them. I miss you all dearly. I love hanging out, having drinks and food with my friends in different cities all the time. But let's just say I learned a lot while not doing shows, okay, by staying home. And, well, number one, I'm going to tell you, I realized I wasn't doing my job that well. I wasn't doing portions of my job that well. By being on the road in a different city just about every other weekend, I consider it takes multiple days to pack for a show, sometimes multiple days to drive to a show, multiple days to work a show, multiple days to return from the show, and then the unpacking and everything. It can be a week and a half process to do a show properly on the scale that we do it. So that's a lot of work. Takes takes the whole team. It takes the team pulling double duties to make up for the people that aren't here when we're at a show. And guess what? There's only so many hours in the day. And so I was dropping the ball on things here at home. Usually less significant things, but they do add up over time. So not being on the road, I am so much more productive here in the warehouse, at work, actually getting things done I say I'm going to do, trying to anyways. But I realized that when we go back to doing shows, I'm not going to do that many shows. I'm going to do the important ones. I'm going to do my favorite ones. There's some places I absolutely love, definitely people I need to see, but I'm going to be more selective as to what shows we do. And it's not like I don't want to do them all. I want to do as many as I can, but I need to find balance in my life. I need to find balance in my work schedule. I was neglecting my business I was neglecting my family. I was neglecting friends. And that's never a good thing. So this whole mess has kind of taught me a little bit about finding balance in life and learning to prioritize things a little better than I was anyway. So that's my personal perspective on shows. Love them, miss them, but it's going to be selective from here on out. And the good news is we're going to be more selective about the shows. We're going to try and be more efficient at the shows. We're going to communicate with you guys better in advance where we're going to be, when we're going to be there, what we're going to be bringing, what we won't be bringing that you're going to want to bring on your own. And we're going to talk about, things you may need to pick up from other vendors at the show. It's okay to support other vendors, man. We're all in this together. We're all friends. We're all family. We all love and support each other. I personally know the owners of majority of the competitors out there, and I love and respect them all on different levels, man. And we all get along well. And as long as you're spending your money with somebody else that is respectful to the trade, kudos. Nothing really wrong with that. Although I would prefer it to come my way. I'm never disappointed as long as you're supporting other good people. So there's that. And so when we come to a show, we're going to, like I said, we're going to be more effective. We're going to come in, hopefully be better prepared than we were. We're going to come in, we're going to try and bring you what you want, communicate with you in advance, all that good stuff. You can, we always used to bring specific products for people to shows, but we're going to probably set up systems to do that. Just better communication. And that is one of the things we've been working on here during this whole episode. We're here, we're working, and we're trying to fix everything that was wrong with the business, or everything that wasn't working right with the business, I guess is a better way to put it. So yeah, that's kind of the nutshell there. Yeah, that's my personal perspective. That's kind of like my company ideals. I want to do what's right for you, the company, and my employees. I can't keep asking them to all, work time and a half when we're on the road to pick up the slack while we're out there. It just doesn't make sense. We're gonna find a way to do it, incorporate it, and do it right. And we already have some things in the plans, but we just we need some tasks we need to complete here at home first. So that is pretty much that topic there. So now let's see. Let's go take a peek at the website. Okay, let me pull this up here, and all right, do a little screen share thing I think I can do. Okay, this is the new site. Good times. Might be a good time to tell you guys what's going on here. We are physically right now having our biggest sale ever. I should say our biggest needle sale ever, which may end up being our biggest sale ever because needles are the absolute bulk of our sales. So, quick promo, plug, whatever you want to call it. Right now, you go to the site. If you spend over $250, you're going to save 15% off your needles. If you spend over $500 total, you're going to get 25% off your needles. And if you spend over $1,000, which many of you do all the time, you're going to save 35% on your needle purchase. And that's not just needles, that's our brands, our needles, our tubes, Scum Safe, the things that we produce. So basically, yeah, there's that. So the new website, it's a bit more technologically advanced than the last site we had. We're on the most current architecture now. The menu, everything's a whole lot faster than it used to be. So things load faster. Hey, there's that sale we were talking about. Everything. We're putting time into trying to modify the site to be as quick and efficient as possible. Quickly select your groupings, all that fun stuff. Add them to your cart. I have a new system that I'm probably going to be implementing in the next week or so, which is going to be when you get to the product page, you're going to be able to scroll down a little bit, and you should be able to see these in sort of a table format and be able to add multiple boxes of each size and add those all to your cart at once, and that should save you guys an awful lot of time on the products that you use the most. This is something I recently figured out. We're just doing the behind the scenes research and details, because when you have a big site like this with all kinds of moving parts, you have to be careful that when you add something, it doesn't break something else. So we need to build these things in basically a little sandbox template in the background, check everything out before we go live with it, and all that good stuff. So basically, yeah, we're adding new features. Let me go back to my list here a little bit. Okay, so we're on the latest architecture, some new functionality. We're looking at all kinds of new applications that allow people to interact better. The absolute best one, let me go back to this, right here. Right now, you can physically hop on here and simply, let's see, let's send Needlejig a message right now. We'll see if the guys are paying attention downstairs. Okay, we'll pull a fast one on them. So for some needles, my homies are waiting. Let's just see what happens here. Have a little fun with the guys. I mean, they know I'm on live right now, so they don't bother me. But I doubt that they're watching what I'm doing. So basically, let's see. Yeah, you can tell up here the little green dots on. So customer support is activated. Now we are, we're running on a smaller staff right now, just like everybody else is in the world. So it may take a moment or two for those guys to pop in and see what's going on. But or they're out in the warehouse right now. It's about the Right now, it's about the time where the shippers are really starting to pick up for the day, so they might be out there just making sure the orders are getting on the trucks properly. And we did have a really busy day today with the sales, so it may take a minute for them to get back to us, but yeah, we'll give them a moment and see what happens here. And yeah, good times here. So, anyways, we've got this new chat window, which is basically. It is a customer support window. These things generate a ticket instantly. And hey, let me show you a third camera angle here. This is a fun one. What do you think of this one, guys? I like this one. This is what got to be my favorite. It gives you a little better overview of the new set here. Kind of a behind the scenes look. You get a little bit of the camera gear kind of floating in here and all that other fun stuff. You can see both the walls, the tree, a little bit of the bookshelf and trinkets behind me, some special lighting. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of all this fun stuff. But anyways, wow, squirrel. There we go again. Lost my train of thought. So the guys, this is what I'm looking at right now. You can't see that. Just checking to see if you had any questions here. But basically, oh, wait a minute. I can see the guys are right now responding. It did take a couple minutes, but like I said, it's that time of the day. So, and if they don't respond quick enough, you could literally stuff your email in there. They will get back to you as soon as they're back in front of their computer. But guess what? Can't always be at the desk at all the times. And we don't have these massive staffs like some of these corporate conglomerates do. So, all right, let's see what they got to say here. Started typing, stopped typing. All right, I'm going to screw with the boys a little bit. So, mess with them. I asked them, like, do I have the old style? Well, I don't have to tell you guys because you guys can see my screen right now and you know what I'm typing. So, nope. Oh, hey. They knew where I was going with that already. So, Let's see. I'm going to mess with them. All right, I'm a pro. My fans love me. I keep my kitchen real clean. Let's. They're gonna kick my ass later, but it's fun stuff. But anyways, for any of you that are beaming in, maybe not aware of our policies and procedures, we only sell to professional tattooers that are working in shops. Just feel I owe it to the craft to protect the industry that's given me so much, and don't take it personal. Just find yourself a way to get into a shop, learn professionally. You're going to get there a whole lot faster and cause a whole lot less damage and have a lot less work to repair later. So I don't know if I stumped them, or who knows, maybe they figured out it is me screwing with them at this point in time. They're actually in an adjacent building, so they're not even in an area where they can hear me right now. I'm in a really isolated area. But anyways, so yeah, we are basically pros only. We don't want to discourage anybody from trying to get into the business, but we definitely encourage people to find the right way. Find somebody. If you're a good enough artist and you're not a total jerk, if you search hard enough, put in some effort, you'll find somebody to teach you. And, it may take time, it may take energy, it may even take money, because very few people are going to teach somebody for free these days. It just doesn't work like that. People pay for trade schools. People pay for all kinds of other things. An apprenticeship to get into this business. For the most part, I can tell you it's worth way more than you're probably ever going to be asked to pay, because this is the best community I've ever been in my entire life. I love you all, and it's just been an amazing ride, and the people I've met are incredible. They're still sort of chatting and not chatting and chatting and not chatting. I'm thinking that they don't want to. They probably don't want to respond in an unprofessional manner because they know I'd kick them. But nope, they did figure me out here. All right, so yeah, they gave me the warnings with the terms and condition things, and then they called me out by name at the end. So, all right, good times. But anyways, back to that feature. It's a chat window, and it's not just a chat window. And it's not just a chat window. What it does is it's a full professional ticket system. So all of your conversations there are going to be logged into a ticket system. If you enter your email or whatever, if we're not here or it's late in the day or you do it after hours, it still opens that ticket, and we'll get it first thing in the morning, and we will respond to you fast as humanly possible. And not to mention, if you email us, that opens a ticket. Oh, this whole system's all tied together. So we want to make sure that we're not missing any of your communications. I will say, though, because all the social media stuff, to be honest with you, the best way to communicate with us is here at the website, cs@needlejig.com. Come here, open up a chat window, or physically call us, 413-443-0618. And that is going to be your best bet. Get through to us as fast as humanly possible. With all the social media stuff, it just gets to be crazy. We can't monitor all that. We can tie it into this system, but then this system gets plugged up because the system gets a ticket for every like, every mention, you name it. And then all of a sudden the ticket window just gets like stuffed full, and then we can miss some important stuff. So we currently try and filter as much as we can out of the social media, and we try and get real messages into the system and ignore all that petty stuff. Like I said, if we had a ticket opened and had to try and think about or look at or respond to every like we get in social media, we would be overwhelmed without being able to take care of the real customers. So basically, Yeah, it's cool new technology we've never implemented before, and I hope it makes your experience with the company a little bit easier. And let us know, honestly. Get in the chat window, send us an email, give us a phone call. Tell us what you want to see from us. Okay, tell us what you'd like to see on the website. Tell us what products you'd like to see us carry that we may not carry. Tell them what you want me to produce more videos about, products, all that other good stuff. I've got some cool stuff going on. Let me get out of this window here, but definitely got some cool stuff going on and new products and all that fun stuff. But you tell me what you want to know, and I will do my best to make it happen as long as it's, feasible, possible, or it's not going to require me, selling both my children, because I'm only willing to sell one for you guys. And yeah, so let's get back to the notes here. I'm getting off on my tangents, as you know, I definitely do. So let's see. Touched on that. Another thing, going back to this ticketing system, it's so cool because when you email us or when you're logged into your account online or something like this, you start the chat window, it tells us who you are right away. And so when it comes up in our window in this whole system, we physically should be able to see you, your account, kind of how long you've been shopping with us, your previous orders, your most current order should pop up right there, because more often than not, whatever you're chatting about is going to be pertaining to that order. So it could be tracking, could be wanting to change an item, it could be whatever, it could be a ton of different things. And basically, if you're logged into the system, we already know who you are. We already kind of know what you want. To be honest with you, we know some of our customers so well that we'll come in the morning, we will see an order placed by somebody, and we know they made a mistake before they made a mistake. Before they know they made a mistake, we'll quite often contact somebody and be like, hey, we see you ordered this. You never order this. You usually order this one over here. Did you make a mistake? Yeah, oh man. So we'll catch mistakes sometimes. We can't do it all the time, but we try real hard to get to know our customers, on a personal level, because we're not a huge company and we don't have, 50 people in a phone room or sales reps based around the country that just call people all the time. Like we really know our customers. We know their order history. We know, their personal likes, dislikes, who likes what shipping, who doesn't like another shipping, just we get to know you guys. Just wanted to get that across there. So it's a little weird and creepy how much the system can tell us, but we try and utilize that all just to help you the best way we possibly can. So I know I'm missing stuff. There's a ton of stuff on this new website, but basically it's just getting fancier and fancier and fancier, and it's all in an effort to help you guys out better. So, okay, something else I touched base on a little bit earlier is we are, for the first time ever, seriously approaching the idea of distributors. We have in the past had a few other companies that have sold our stuff in different regions, metro areas around the country, or some mobile tattoo supply companies have carried our stuff for a little while. We've had to remove those products from certain people over time because we found out they were peddling things to non-professionals, and that's where we draw the line. So, if anybody is in that business, wants to contact us, as long as you're an upstanding member of the tattoo community, willing to support the community in a respectable fashion, we want to talk to you. If you're in an area and let's say you pick up stuff from other suppliers locally and they don't carry our products and you want them to, mention it to them. Just simply say, hey, I use Needlejig needles, I use Dynasty cartridges, I use Legacy cartridges, or whatever you want to tell them. Let them know you use them regularly, you buy enough of them, it might be worth them considering adding them to their line. It doesn't make a big difference to me if I sell them directly to you or I sell them to them and they sell them to you. I make a little less money, but I make a new friend. I make a new business relationship, and we all grow together. And you'll get your products that much faster. And that's ultimately what I care about, is that the tattooer is getting what they need at a fair price in a reasonable time. So definitely, if you know any dealers in your area that are interested in talking, have them contact me. Just reach out to cs@needlejig.com. We're setting up a whole new department just for that, and hopefully we can get products closer to you. So that's all I wanted to say on that, really. But yeah, okay. Here's one people like to talk about an awful lot, and it's a touchy subject. Sponsored artists and affiliates, and I'm going to add into that also, say, like social media influencers. I'm a bit of a jerk. I'm a little stubborn, pig-headed, and I take a great deal of pride in my business, what I've accomplished, and I'm a bit of a tattoo snob, and sometimes it comes off the wrong way. So if I've ever offended you, well, you probably had it coming. No, just kidding. I more often than not, if I've offended you, it wasn't intentional. So I will give you my apology now if I haven't in the past. But basically, this is a business, and me being me, a lot of people want to be my friend, let's say. So, you know, people will come up to me at shows. They want to meet me. They'll hit me up on social media, and they want to represent my product. They want to sell my product. They promise me the world. They can bring me so many followers and this, that. But they've never used my product, or I will dig through my records. And I can tell you, I have sales records going back 20 years or more. And people will tell me, oh, they love my product and they want to represent me. And if I can't find you in my sales records, and if you can't provide me with current past emails, usernames, or whatever, and I can't find you in my system, you're a fake, you're a fraud. I hate to say it, but that's the way it is. And I want people that are representing my brands and my products that know my brands and my products. I don't want people representing my brands and products just because they think they're going to get a good discount or cheap or free items. That doesn't do a whole lot for me and my business. It may make me money, but that's not a healthy relationship in my eyes. I believe in being in a business relationship that mutually benefits both parties. So if you want to help me spread my word and I want to help you with products or whatever, want to help you make money, any relationship we're going to get involved with, both parties have to benefit. I don't like the idea of, and this goes both ways, if we're in an arrangement and I'm getting the best deal and you're not getting an equal deal, I want that to change. And vice versa, if you're getting the better of me, I definitely want it to change. But I want it to be relatively equal. Both parties have to benefit, or it's a bad relationship. Sooner or later, that relationship will implode. And then there's hard feelings, there's bridges burned, there's harsh rumors and bullshit going around the world, and nobody needs that, to be honest with you. Anybody that knows me or has known me for any length of time knows I will pass up a business deal, or I will end a business arrangement just in effort to maintain friendships, and that's just the way it is. Way more important things out there than money. I can make money doing a lot of things, and you know, I want to work together with people, but it has to be fair for everybody, or I just can't get along with it. So if you have a substantial following on any platforms and you're not a total turd like I was just talking about, we might be interested in working with you. Now, there's some contingencies here. This offer only applies to people that have been using our products for a while. because there's no cheap or free rides here. We're going to work together. We're both going to put work in. We're both going to provide content. We're both going to provide images and videos, and we're going to do everything we can to help support each other. We're going to spread your name. You're going to spread our name. And like I said, there's going to be perks. There's going to be cheap product. There might be free product. There might be an affiliate system where there's literally money coming in the back end based on the sales. There's all different ways to work on this, and there's no one size fits all. We're going to try and accommodate different people in different situations and work with them in a manner that suits them and that relationship best. So yeah, and we will check. So contact us, reach out to us. But if we cannot locate a regular history for you in our system, and like I said, my systems go back decades, we most likely not be interested. Now that doesn't mean we weren't going to be willing to work on a future relationship, but that means we got to start in the getting to know each other phase. We are going to get to know each other. We're going to hang out, or maybe do some video chats. We're going to, get you some product. You're going to buy some product. I'm not just throwing free product to everybody that asks, but we'll get you some product. We might get you some discounted product to try it. And once you're satisfied with the product, once you like the product, if you like me, like I said, I can be a bit of a tattoo snob. You may not like me. You may not want to do business with me. But once we get over all those bridges and we find out it's a good fit, we can work together. We get along together. We can definitely help each other. Then we can move forward, and then we can build that business relationship, that personal relationship, and take it to the next level. So, but key takeaway from this whole conversation is we only want to support those who truly support us. I've been in the business for 30 years. I can tell you I've seen it all. I know people that are sponsored by company A and use brand B. Publicly they use brand A, but behind the scenes their shop is stocked and all their staff use brand B because that's the one they really believe in. They're getting cheap product, free product, maybe even cash kickback from whatever entity we're talking about here. But I've been watching it for 30 years. It happens, and I have no time and energy for fake relationships. So, yeah, I sound like a negative Nancy here, and I apologize for that. But I'm just letting y'all know I want to work with you, but let's make it real. So, okay, let me get off that soapbox here, and we will move on to the next subject here. Okay, where were we here? This is a good one. The new film studio / set. What do you all think of this? I mean, honestly, I'm going to take a look here. Let's see. Okay, this is cool. You can get a look. We got a tree. We got knickknacks, all this fun stuff. And I spent a bunch of money and time and energy on putting this all together. And my goal for this is to communicate with you more frequently, to communicate with you better. And I want to be able to share just about anything with you guys. So let's talk here. Okay, right now I have 3 cameras going on. We have the main camera here in front of me. That's this one. Okay, so we got this killer camera right now. This is what they call the talking head view. This is just me being serious, looking directly into the soul of the viewer and whatever. It's a good angle. It's a good way to talk, to get things across. The second camera I got is this one here, right above me. This is a top down. This is where I'll be bringing you products, and I'll be able to show you, hey, this is the new gizmo I'm working on, and blah, blah, blah. And look at these features. It's got cameras and all that other good stuff. And camera number 3, that's over there. That's what they call the behind the scenes shot. It's kind of a cool one, it's if I want to show you larger items like, hey, look at this, whatever we're selling now, and blah, 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 and or whatever. Hey, check out my new shirt. By the way, I got new shirts designed. They will be out probably in the next few weeks, hopefully. But that wasn't even a planned sales pitch. It just popped into my head quick. But so we got that camera, and then I also have the the screen share. Right now you can tell me, I'm looking at my notes. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat window over here, which nobody's participating, and that makes me slightly disappointed, man. I wish more people were like, offering up opinions and things like that, and interact with me a little bit more. But guess what? This is the very first time I've done this, so I don't have any following for live content at this point in time. So if you're enjoying this, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But, let people know. I want to do this on a regular basis. I want to talk to you about all kinds of things. Okay, I mean, I want to be able to bring you company updates. I want to bring you product updates. I want to be able to bring you current event updates and anything and everything. We may just sit down and have a brainstorming session. We might just, I don't know. The options are endless, and that's what's so cool about this. But in order to do it, I need y'all to participate. So in the comments below, tell me what you want to know about. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want to hear about. And we will make that happen one way or another. So let's see here. Right now, I'm currently putting together and filming a series on tattoo needles. Last couple years, I've done a couple of seminars called What's the Point, which is everything that I know and you never wanted to know about tattoo needles. And we talk about everything. I mean, we're talking about the differences in pin diameters and taper lengths and what needles are best for what and groupings and everything you could think of. Putting together this entire series. I'm going to be putting together a video to go with it about making needles, even though I know none of you do anymore. I can't say that. There's been a recent resurgence, excuse me. More people wanting to buy bar jigs, which I'm getting ready to finish the anodizing on. They'll be on the site hopefully in the next couple of weeks. You guys got to remember, I do a lot of the work myself, so it leaves you waiting longer sometimes. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be everything about needles, how to make them, what needles work best for what situations, all that. We're talking what's best for saturation, black and gray, and this will not be one of those. This is not going to be a YouTube video by some random dude that's learned from his homie or worked in a shop where nobody ever actually had any formal training, and they just regurgitate what they can Google or what they think to be true. This is going to be based on me, my 30 years experience, my 20 plus years of manufacturing needles on a global scale, my conversations with old timers, my conversations with cutting edge tattooers who wanted needles that I started making specifically for a particular style that was up and coming or new or whatever. This is real stuff. This is not based on opinion. This is all based on facts, and I'm slightly fearful that I might be giving away, I won't call them secrets, but some of my proprietary information is going to be out there. And yes, my competitors are going to have access to this and might be able to step up their game a little bit. But that's okay. I don't believe in the old school way of secrets dying with the master, and I am by no means a master. I've said for years, once I master this, I'm done. I'm going to find another challenge. So I'm still learning just like the rest of you. So that's a cool series. Anyways, that's going to take a while because I don't want to put it out incomplete, but be patient. It is coming. And let's see, right now I currently have a series going on YouTube. It's about a new tattoo machine that I started designing last January. Right now it's the end of December, so this is a project almost a year in total. It's slowly coming to fruition. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the next segment when I get to the products. Hope you're all hanging out to talk about the products because that's the meat and potatoes of this whole thing anyways. So yeah, we're going to If you want to figure that out after this video, go back and start watching that series. It is 14 episodes up right now, probably 12, 13 hours worth of viewing. Definitely don't feel like you need to watch it all, but for the nerdy mechanical manufacturing types, they may want to watch a lot of it. Scrub ahead, watch the important parts, see where I'm at in the project, and try and stay posted so you know when it'll actually be available for sale. It is basically, well, let's take a peek here real quick. Let's go to Needlejig playlists, and okay, I'm gonna pause it because, all right, so why does that do that? Okay, bear with me, not necessarily prepared there. Okay, playlists and view playlist. All right, so screen share time. I have this thing sticking up down here. Okay, designing a modern tattoo machine series announcement. It is, like I said, it is 14 episodes currently out there, so don't leave here right now. Head over there when you're done with this, but go check it out. It's going to be cool. And I already have the next machine beyond that planned, and this one's not even available for sale yet. But we'll get to products in a minute. And basically, we are... what else am I going to use this for? The new studio, all that good stuff. We are basically... yeah, we're going to talk about this. Live streams. I want to do this on a regular basis. At least monthly. Monthly, bi-monthly, possibly weekly. It all depends on how well you guys receive it, whether you start interacting. Let me check my chat window because I don't think got a whole lot more going on there. But yeah, I need you guys to interact. I mean, this is how I know what you want and how I know what you need. As a supplier, I want to know what my customers want and need. That goes for product, that goes for content creation, that goes for, you know, products I'm going to manufacture, stuff I create, I invent, or products that are manufactured by, you know, other companies. We sell other people's products all the time. So if I don't have something that you want and there's a big enough demand for it, I'll absolutely add it to the product list. Because like I said, my ideals are that you get what you want at a fair price in a reasonable time frame, and that's kind of my real goals here. So let's see. Get back over to this window here. 1 second. I don't mean to leave y'all hanging. Okay, still no real comments. My heart is breaking, guys. It truly is. But anyways, I'm going to try and be available on these live streams for Q&A. So, like, you know, you can hit me up on who, what, where, when, why, all that other good stuff. And you guys are already familiar with my long format interviews, usually with historical figures or other successful tattooers. I want to continue that, but I want to be able to do that on a much better level. We're working on getting both ends, both interviewees, with quality video, quality audio, you name it. We want these to be professional level interviews and chats. They don't need to be long format. We'll probably start doing some short format stuff. If we've known each other for a while, I prefer to talk to people that I have some sort of history with. It just makes for a lot more comfortable experience. So if you're somebody that I know and you want to chat, you want to be featured on one of these, let me know. It'll be a good time, I'm sure. If we don't know each other, let's get to know each other. Shoot me some info on yourself. Shoot me your tags. I'll check out your social media. I'll see what your work looks like. If you're doing good work and we can find a way to work together, let's do it. Let's support each other. That's what this business is all about. So yeah, all right. That pretty much covers the new camera setup, the film studio, what the purpose is, all that good stuff. And let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about products. Okay. Let me open my notes here because I can't remember everything all the time. You know, gray hair, aging, all that good stuff. So let's see. I've been working on a new machine. I just told you about the video series, and I'm going to cover the complete process in that series. So far, it's mostly been the computer designing of that machine. I'm just now getting into the phases where we're starting to film some of the manufacturing processes. Actually, you know, machines, metal getting cut on the machines, all that fun stuff. A lot of you nerds will really dig that. And then the next phases will be the finishing. We will be talking about everything. And when I say finishing, I mean I'm building these machines in-house as much as humanly possible. The machines are my ideas. I conceive the idea. I build it on the computer. I have to find a way to get my designs off the computer into the, well, still on the computer, into the CAD system as three-dimensional objects. Then I got to tell the CNC equipment how to take a big chunk of metal, make a smaller chunk of metal out of it, you know, remove the right amount of material in the right places, all that good stuff. Then I got to finish it. So I need to vibratory finish the product, hand polish some of the products. Then I need to take it over to an anodization station that I'm building. So we'll be anodizing all these products in-house. So like right now, the big manufacturers, they either manufacture the components in-house, send them out for finishing, send them out for anodization, maybe bring them back in for assembly, maybe not. You never know. And I don't knock anybody for doing what's best suited for them. Some of these guys are on massive scales, and there's no way they can do it all. I get it. That's not my plan. I do want to sell a lot of stuff for sure, but I have to nurture the control freak in me. So I like to keep as much production in-house as possible so I can follow it through every single step all the way to the end and make sure everything is up to my standards. And that way there, if there's a problem, it's mine. I did something wrong. I overlooked something. I missed something. And there's no excuses. I just fix it. That's what I'll do. I will go back in, refinish it, fix it, whatever has to be done. It's my problem. I can't put the blame on somebody else. And by taking that excuse away, it forces me to focus more on the products while they're produced, and there's a less likelihood of, you know, having a problem down the road. Although everybody has problems, you can't mass produce anything without some sort of issues from time to time. But anyway, so yeah, so we make everything here in house, and that's why my process goes a lot slower than some other guys. Some guys get to come up with a design, throw it off to their engineers. The engineers design it, send it out to the machine shop. The machinists make the parts. The parts then move into finishing or get sent out to finishing, sent out to anodization. They come back in, somebody solders the motor in place, puts it in the fancy packaging and all that other good stuff, puts the seal of approval on it, serial numbers it or whatever, and sends it out. And there's nothing wrong with that process. That's how the best components on the planet are made. Mass produced, large volumes, huge quality control. It's awesome. I'm not at that level. I like the idea of doing small batch stuff and being able to change it up. I don't want to make 1,000 widgets. I'd rather make 100 widgets and then make a better widget and then maybe sell 100 or 200 of those widgets and then improve it again. You know, version 3 of that widget, and maybe I'll make 400 or 500 of those because I've, you know, totally debugged them and they should be more ready for large scale production. So just my thought process. Maybe I think too small. Maybe I think smaller than some of these other companies, but that's just me and how I work. So let me get you a peek here. Bear with me. I'll be right back. Oh, that's a long ways away. Okay, It is a little farther than it looks in the video. I'm dry again. All right. Here it is. Let's see. Focus, focus. This is the machine that I'm working on. Let's go to the overhead. See if we can get a focus here. Okay. This is the machine that I'm working on, and it is a simple, basic, direct drive rotary machine. Now, it is very thin. I mean, it's oh, focus, focus. All right, that's not working well. Let's just, I'll try and hold it up here, see what you got. You can tell, I mean, it's about the thickness of my thumb, and it's not much bigger than my thumb. This machine right here, as it sits, with the motor, everything, the only things that are not in this machine right now is the RCA jack, the wires, the motor, the cam, everything else is in there, needle bars in there, and the collet. I'm still devising the tube holding collet. But as this sits right now, this is a dead 2 ounces. It is a very lightweight, balanced machine. The way I have the internals designed is the center of mass. It's going to work a lot like a pen as far as feel goes. There's the only reason there's going to be any back weight on it at all is because I do have the RCA hanging off here at an angle. So that gives it some back weight, but it should be minimal. I mean, I'm going to try and balance this. You can kind of see here. It's center of mass is right down here around the base of the machine. And then once you put a grip on it, which is I can't lock in because there's no collet yet, you can barely feel the machine back here at all. I mean, it's all the weight is in the hand, which is what I consider important. Personally, I prefer a machine and a grip. I like that additional separation between the cartridge or the needle bar. I'm a little old-fashioned, but I like that additional barrier of separation between what contacts the skin and my machine. And that's just my preference. But anyways, yeah, it's a real simple, really lightweight, well-balanced, ergonomically designed direct drive machine. And a direct drive machine is the simplest, most efficient design for a tattoo machine. That doesn't mean it's the best. It just means it's the most efficient. There's less moving parts, which means less variables, which means more efficiency. It's that simple. Now this guy here you just kind of saw was a grip that I had designed, I'm going to say, a year and a half or so ago. In fact, this one here has probably been produced for a year and a half, and you haven't seen it on the site because, well, I kind of delayed that because I wanted to launch it with a new machine, and I'm never in a rush. Basically, some people say procrastinator, I say perfectionist, but you know, hey, I work with what I got. So this is obviously a ratcheting adjustable cartridge grip. I think it's quite sexy and stylish. It fits the hand very, very well. And yeah, kind of a unique ratcheting system inside. Not going to show you. That won't be publicly available till it hits the market. But yeah, I have some of these made, and as soon as these are made, they will probably be launched about the same time. And that's good stuff. So let's see. I also am working on a pen machine. And the pen machine that I am working on is, well, we'll call it designed on paper, or it's designed in the computer, probably 95+%. And I'll say it's almost 100% designed. I've worked out every possible flaw and detail I can, in theory, on the computer and in the CAD systems. Now, when you go into production, there's always debugging parts, pieces, things like that that don't quite interact the way you want them to, whatever. So there's some subtle variations or whatever going on at that point. But here's the problem. I cannot allow myself to start production on that machine until production on this machine is completed and I've made a reasonable number of these, and because I've been working on this for a year, and to let it go now, that would be bad. And my team would just kick my ass because it's been one of those things that's taken forever. I've got to see it through. I've got to complete it. I've got to launch it. Not to mention there's a lot of people that have been contacting me through the video series that are interested in buying them. I can't let them down. And it'll be a regular part of the lineup. So this will be a regular produced machine as long as there's demand for it. And then I get to move on to the fun phase of prototyping and developing the pen machine, which is going to be cool. I got to tell you, because I'm excited. I have some mechanics going on inside that are, I will call them revolutionary, and not just because it goes in a circle, but I've never seen it done before. Not only have I never seen it done before in the tattoo world, it's something I've never seen in production, and I've toured a lot of factories and facilities, and I read about different mechanisms and things and stuff. So I got something cool coming. You just have to wait for that. You know, and I've been doing pen designs for a long time. I've designed a lot of them, and a lot of them never make it off the drawing board. Either I find something that's inherently flawed with it, or I don't have the time or energy, or it turns out it's too close to something somebody else is producing. So I kind of lose the ambition at that point in time, because I try not to look at other people's stuff, because I don't want to be inspired by other people's stuff and accidentally recreate something that's too similar, unless it's something that's been around since the dawn of time, like a direct drive rotary. That's been done 1,000 ways. It's not going to get much better. It's not going to get much worse. It's a simple, efficient device that's going to be made for a long time. But back to pen design. I have one behind me over here that I did. I want to say I started designing that in 2014, produced my prototypes around 2015. I'll be right back again. Okay. And this one was made, gotta hide my eyes because that's what it wants to focus on. So this one was made, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 of these is all I ever made of these. And that was back around 2015. I have 2 of these left here, and the rest were scattered out amongst some sponsored artists to play with and tinker with and give me feedback on. And it was loud. It was loud, and it worked, but it didn't work as efficiently as I wanted to. And the basic device inside, oh, let me get it open here if I can. There we go. Pop goes the weasel. And again, with the, I don't know if you can all see that very well there, but the motor does rotate axially, as we'll call it, and this bearing swings in a circle. And this, oh man, keeps wanting to focus on my eyes. You can see this cam sits down over that, and that cam, as it rotates, goes up and down on the barrel. There's a spring under this that maintains pressure to hold the needle in the upwards position. The cartridge would do that also, but there's a spring under there so that people are going to run a machine without a cartridge in it, no matter how many times you tell them it's not good for the equipment. But basically, it was putting too much resistance on the motor, or more than, I won't say too much, but more than I liked. So I found a number of ways to change that and just never got into production on it. But there is a current really cool builder out there that is using something similar to that, and they've taken that kind of to the next level and accomplished some things that I didn't quite get to. But yeah, I've had pens in the works. I've got countless pens in my my software designs, 3D models built, everything, all that for the longest time. But like I said, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I don't want to bring something to market unless I can really stand behind it, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to come back to me, give me a bad rap, upset you guys where it becomes a major catastrophe. We've all bought machines and stuff and other equipment over the years that were first issue, first model, stuff like this, and there's always bugs. I kind of want to perfect them before they go out. I know it's asking too much, but that's why I move a little slow. But anyways, that's just me ranting again. So that's pretty much, I guess, about all I really wanted to cover here on this live. I've probably been going an hour now, and hopefully somebody tuned in and watched. Nobody chatted, except for that Gabe at Tattoo Now guy there, and he's just laughing at me. But anyways, this will be out there. It will be live. It will be on our page for people to consume at a later point in time. Anybody that wants to listen to me rant for a while, I promise I'll try not to make these so long in the future. But this is the first one. I had a ton of things I really wanted to try and talk about. Going forward, I think I've learned that I'm going to break it into smaller chunks. I will do the lives. We'll pick a specific topic at a specific time, and we will push for that and that only. And you guys, I will have to wait to talk about the next thing until the next video. So anyways, for those that joined in, thank you very much. For those that commented, thank you, even if you laughed at me. It's okay. First time, wasn't expecting a whole lot, so thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Please share the video with your subscribers. Yeah, do that too. Give me your viewers. Share the video with your friends. Hit the subscribe button. Most importantly, I really think hitting the like button is what makes YouTube the happiest. Don't subscribe. Doesn't make that big a difference to me. I don't think it makes that big a difference to YouTube anymore. But if you hit that stupid little thumbs up, they think that this video had some value, which it probably didn't. But anyways, hit it anyways, help a brother out, and I'll catch you on the next one.